Welcome back to Mental Masturbation, Random Musings for and by Pseudo-Intellectuals. My name is Joel, and this is my fourth update for the evening. Hopefully, tomorrow I will begin the pattern of going for some sort of quality in my videos over quantity, as I have so well demonstrated tonight. The wee hours are growing, and the bags under my eyes are as well. That's what happens. I have to work tomorrow at some ungodly hour. I think like 9. Oh dear. Which means I have to wake up at like, I don't know, 8:15. It's rough shit. So, I'm going to be continuing my series on the 10 Commandments. Next up is the 8th commandment, thou shalt not steal. And as I was briefly thinking about what I was going to be discussing about stealing, I was thinking, well, I don't really know what I'm going to say. You know, obviously stealing is wrong. And then I thought, oh, well, what if you're poor and you're stealing food for your family? And then I thought, that's a stupid discussion. That's much too obvious. So I thought I would discuss music pirating. And I guess pirating of all manners. I don't know. I only partake in the music pirating, but some people pirate movies, or pornography is a big one. English freighters, or that's a different kind of pirate. Sorry, I'm tired, as I already explained. And it's something that I do, and I sort of do it guilt-free, mainly because I don't think about it. And that's not a good way to live your life. That's a way to have all sorts of issues build up inside of you. And I'm not a casual pirater. I'm a big music fan, and I have a small amount of money that I'm able to spend on music. So on my computer, I probably have about coming up on 100 gigs of music, which is a lot. Let me check here. It is over 2,000 fucking albums. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of music, and that's a lot of money that I'm taking away from artists. And I was interested in discussing this and doing so tonight because it was sort of on my brain. How do I justify this theft? Which, don't lie to yourself, people, it is stealing. And I'm sort of going through the arguments. Well, generally, these people have a lot of money. They are musicians. They make a lot of money. And then I started, looking at the artists I have, and a lot of them probably don't have a lot of money. I listen to a lot of unknown artists, or lesser-known artists, indie rock, as they say, underground hip-hop, that sort of thing. And these people don't have a lot of money. And, a lot of musicians on my iTunes probably do have a lot of money, or are dead. I don't feel bad downloading a Duke Ellington album, because if I remember correctly, he is no longer alive. And maybe he's not. Maybe he is. In which case, whatever. You understand my point. Let me go with let me go with, I don't know, Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan has plenty of money. I don't mind stealing from him. But other artists don't. And so I came to a revelation, let's say, from this web blogging process. And I think from this day forward, I shall try to make a conscious effort not to download lesser known artists, and instead only download people who are either dead or are, you know, wicked wealthy. You know, I'm gonna download a Libertines album, but when it comes to, let's say, Chelsea Williams, I'm not gonna download her album, although I did purchase that album. So whatever, you understand my point. Yeah, so I think that's good. I learned something today. Hopefully you did as well. And if not, well, too bad. Alright, bye guys. Shit, is this thing still on? I guess I must have realized I had more things to talk about. One issue that came to my mind pretty much right after I hit stop recording, always seems to work like that, was that a number of artists that I know or know of allow music to be downloaded for free. In my hometown of Tucson, Arizona, there is maybe Bark 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 or the Mean Reds, who are now the ex-Mean Reds, or Mescaline, who's fabulously talented. All three of those groups are amazing. But one thing that all three of them share is that they allow music to be downloaded for free. They have websites or what have you. You can probably Google it. I don't know if the Mean Reds still have their album for download, but Bark 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 and Mescaline, I'm pretty sure both of them can be found on Google. So that is obviously an exception. Because they have made it very clear by hosting their albums that they're perfectly willing for people to download them for free. And I think, while, you know, I certainly respect that. I think that's so fucking cool that they're all about, getting their music out there and having people enjoy it over the monetary gain of selling it. To enforce their personal choice on other unknown bands would be wrong. Very wrong. So, so don't say that, oh, how can someone own music? Or how can someone say that this belongs to them? Well, because they created it, and really they can say whatever they want about their creation. And if some people choose to allow their music to be spread, well, that's an exception and shouldn't be taken as the rule. And perhaps, even if you, want to download a band, maybe do some research, find out their opinion on the matter. Yeah, and I think that would be a good idea. Give you the moral okay. And that, my friends, is the end.